In this video I'm gonna build a piece of one of the most famous Japanese roads, the Shuto Expressway. But before the video starts, I just wanted to thank you all for your continuous support. With it, we were able to reach over 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. I won't spoil a lot, but big changes are coming to the channel and it will be announced pretty soon. But for now, let's go back to the video. And first I started with determining the size for this diorama, and I decided to go with 3 32x32 base plates, which were so big when connected they barely fit on my old table. So I got myself a bigger table and started building the diorama by putting tiles on base plate. I really wanted to build a bigger diorama for a while because the ones I had were too small for a proper display on exhibitions I attended in the past. So I decided to build something relatively big and interesting to look at. First I planned to build the road sideways to get more details and improve its connectivity in the future, but because it would need much more bricks, I decided to go with this simple solution. 32x32 base plates were also a perfect match for this project because the section I decided to recreate had the same exact width when scaled down to speed champions, and that coincidence helped me a lot with developing this diorama. And after I put all the tiles for a single lane in place, I started to work on deeper zone, for which I used triangular tiles, which made the building process pretty satisfying. The main purpose of this part of the road is to guide vehicle movement and create a more natural flow for traffic. They're also used to indicate in which places drivers shouldn't be, but it's not illegal to drive on them. Still, it's recommended to avoid them, as driving on zebra zone may increase your chance of getting in a traffic accident. But why did I choose this particular road to recreate? First, I planned to build one of the famous mountain roads such as Akina Mountain from Initial D, but because there are a lot of them to choose from and surely they would require much more resources than I had at the time, I decided to go with Tokyo Expressway. Right after I finished zebra striping, it was time to fill all the gaps with dark bluish grey tiles. It will take some time, so I will tell you more about Shuto Expressway. So why is it so iconic? Manga Midnight Tokyo Extreme Racer games and movie series Megapolis Expressway Trials, which I also recommend to watch. And not only that, while all these games and movies were fictional, the street racing scene of Shuto Expressway was pretty much real. Everyone who have been interested in cars heard at least once about Midnight Club and how they dominated the local street racing scene. And I could not mention that these events also led to development of other projects inspired by the same setting, such as Midnight Club, developed by Angel Studios and published by Rockstar Games in early 2000s. I could also say that both NFS Undergrounds have been affected by it too. And let's not forget about Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift movie. Okay, now with the gaps filled, it was time to expand the road further by adding tiles in light bluish grey to depict gutters while leaving some spaces for drainage covers. For these I used modified 1x2 grill tiles. After I finished those, it was time to add some foundation for safety barriers. One other thing I had in mind while planning this project is that if it gains some traction, it might become a series of videos where I would expand this build even further. Still, not really sure if it would work, but if the video will succeed, I guess I will have to figure it out in the future. Because this section is just only 24 meters out of over 300 kilometers of total expressway length. But for now, let's stick to what we have. So here is the finished base for the barriers. For it I have also used some rail pieces to accurately shape them. Let's continue with putting barriers up. I started with the right side because it didn't have a lot of details and I could just stack some bricks. But for the left one I had to add some gaps between bricks to be able to add some essential details, about which I will tell you now. First I had to build some extruded sections to which I had to add lampposts. These ones are also would be used to make the model a bit less empty and more detailed. So after finishing those, I decided to quickly build 2 lampposts, which were mostly built out of 1x1 round bricks for one simple reason, so I could be able to add some LEDs in future and run the wires right through them. Now after I installed them, it was time to move to the last piece of this diorama, the signpost. It was the most complex part of the build, as I wanted to make it as clean as possible, so I got myself some Technic parts and started to build it. It kinda looked off with blank signs, so I had to design some stickers and put them on. Now it looks much better. Let's install it. And before I forget, let's also add this piece of fencing on the safety barrier. Now with that piece in place, the diorama was sorta ready, because it still felt too empty. So I added some cars to create a scene. Honestly, I really enjoyed creating this project and will totally return to it. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to do more car related dioramas or just similar videos. But for now, I want to say thank you for watching and see you next video.